to a new episode of Couch Talks. So today's topic is really was inspired by a conversation I had with a friend this weekend. And it's about gratitude. So what is gratitude? I mean, gratitude can mean one thing, I am grateful for my home, and I'm grateful for my food and my job, because I know there is so many others that don't have that. And I am grateful for those things. But that is different than being grateful for a good cup of coffee, or a lingering hug with a loved one, or a bit of winter sun coming in to your couch and you sitting in it for just 5 minutes. All of those grateful moments are centered in the present moment, in the now. The other grateful things is kind of you guilt tripping yourself because you need to be grateful for these things. You need to. And although you might experience bits of moments of presence in those things, it's the smaller things that inspire being in the now, being present, and being intensely grateful. And that gratitude, when you're in that moment and you're taking a sip of that coffee, or you're looking out at that view, or you're in that hug, it's got so much depth to it, so much power. And I don't think we understand how much power that has, how that really ups your frequency, because you feel that singing throughout your entire body. And it's so beautiful, because that frequency is like no other. That frequency of gratefulness is so pure. It is so close to source energy, to God, to prana. It's feeling that love and that peace and that utter gratefulness that comes with that moment. And the thing is that we need to practice being grateful, because we are so over involved with our minds that our minds doesn't always give us chance to appreciate that moment. It takes something really good to pull you in when you start practicing this. It takes a really good cup of coffee or a really good hug. But as soon as you start to practice that, you'll catch on to those moments so much more, meaning that you'll introduce that frequency of gratitude into your life on a daily basis, not just a weekly or a monthly basis. So what I did in the beginning is I started a gratitude journal that I kept next to my bed. And every night, no matter how bad that day was, I would write 5 things that I am grateful for, even if it is just that I can breathe, or I can move my body, or I have warm socks for the winter. Anything small and might even be insignificant for anyone else, but for you personally, what brings up that beautiful gratitude? And as you practice that, you'll get into life much more easily and find those moments everywhere, and it brightens up everything around you, because your frequency heightens. And as your frequency heightens, you'll see more and more of those grateful moments coming. Why? Because the universe rewards you with same or likewise frequency. If you are not practicing gratitude, it means you are constantly in your mind and in your thoughts and in your emotions. and they take you away from the present moment. And more often than not, we are very negative with those things. So if we don't switch our mind, if we don't practice that focus, then the universe is going to keep on sending us things that resonate with the frequency that we're in, which is more often than not grateful. So practicing gratitude and living in those grateful moments more and more and more raises your frequency, and it sends just more to you, just more. And that's what we all want, really, right? So I want to ask you guys to really practice gratitude, and not just what your mind's telling you to be grateful for, not guilt tripping yourself, being very honest with yourself and with your heart, because gratitude comes from the heart, and understanding what it is in that moment that's making you so grateful, that's singing to your soul, so that you can understand where to get more of that, where your wants, your desires, where your flow is going. So you can put yourself in spaces where you see more of that. Okay, my loves, that's it for today. Practice that gratitude, do the gratitude journaling. If this resonates, please go check out my YouTube channel, Cast a Ripple Podcast. Link is in my bio. And then I will chat to you guys again in a week's time. Okay, all my love.